Hello, I'm BlockBusSteve, and this is New Challenger. Say hello, New Challenger. Okay boy, would you like to kill things? Good boy. But we can't just play Dark Souls, it's too easy, right? So let's kill everything as early as possible without the use of glitches. If you enter an area, you're locked in until you've killed every enemy and boss. We cannot use merchants, and we must only use dropped items from enemies, unless they're key items, like this key to open this door. Only level up using souls gained from bosses, and for each area we complete, we can upgrade our weapon by +1. You got all that, boy? Our friend here cannot pick up his starting gear. He has only two options for the boss: punch for 12 minutes or bomb. Doggy prefers fetch. Hey, we have a new weapon. Good boy. Kill all the enemies and move on. Swinging by Firelink Shrine, I see my first victim. But first, level up strength. Parry him to show dominance, and then maybe a backstab. Oh, victim number 2. Speak to him first to gain something which could be useful, but we're not allowed to use... We can't use any of this. That's a shame. Backstab him and avoid force. Pretty easy so far. If we go that way, or that way, or that way, or that way. Doggy, let's go to the first area of Undead Burg, until it's impossible. It's the easiest way, right? These hollows are the easiest to take out, easy parry windows and easy to dodge attacks. Head to the Undead Merchant and murder him to obtain a bunch of useful items. The Uchi Katana is a very nice weapon for the early to mid game, requires a bit of dex, but we have the Thief class. Walk around to save stamina and slowly tackle everything until... Now that the big boy is gone, the way is open to kill the lizard and into the fog wall. Slap the crossbowman and face... the Taurus Demon. It can be frustrating for new players, but the arena is perfectly designed to allow you space when you make it available. The long corridor to bait out attacks and punish, and a ladder to take you up for a diving attack for a large chunk of damage. A very easy fight, but some good lessons to learn for new players. Decision time, doggy. Do we go straight on and take on the dragon? Go down to the lake, take on the hydra and the black knight, followed by the dragons to get to Blight Town? Yes, the correct answer is Blight Town. But first we need some gear from a lovely friend. The bridge is an area all unto itself, and the boss of this area is the Hellfire Drake. We can't even attempt this area yet, so we'll be back later. Take out Havel the Rock with parries and backstabs, and if you struggle, you can always bait him over here and let him commit Sudoku. Let the Hydra take out the blue hulks, and let's take on the Hydra. Stand around here where the item is and block. Attacking with a rolling attack or a running attack. Try not to go too far as you'll fall into the ether. I had to two-hand my shield for this, which made it awkward but not impossible. When it's difficult to attack it, like when there's only one head left, hop up the hill a little bit, wait for the scream, and then run and do a running attack. And this should finish it off. We have our first ring, but it's pretty useless for our build. What? A new challenger? Golden Boy and Karen. Easy enough. Now we head to the butterfly. Dodge or block and an attack when available. Not too difficult, even for a baby. I've taken out all the enemies in this area, and now need to focus on the other areas of the forest. I leveled up with the souls gained from the hydra, as I see it as a boss of the area. You don't have to, but that's just me. This is where we say goodbye to Andre. Short-lived and not very useful in this run. Fortunately, there are 3 more blacksmiths, but regular weapons will be weak for the rest of the run. I go straight to the boss and gain some levels. Doggy is very easy, just get under her and attack. This is an engaging fight, but dodging is all you really need to learn here. Join the Covenant to take out the entourage and obtain the Flip Ring. An amazing ring for dodging, keep it on at all times. Get the Flippy Ring and Laurentus's Ring and you are set for the game. Take out the mushrooms while avoiding getting hit, as they'll one-shot you. The mushrooms and the cats are a bit annoying, but not very difficult with the right strat. Just bait and hide for the cats, and bait and counter for the shrooms. With all of them dead, let's take out the drakes. The drakes are pretty easy. For a consistent strat, bait out an attack, and if they fly, run perpendicular to them. If they attack, dodge forward to the side and then counter. For the big dragon, simply bait out an attack and do a running R1 to its left hand and then run back. Easy. Now we have 4 areas completed, 5 due to the areas having different names. Let's head into Blight Town. Killing all the enemies of Blight Town will be a pain, as some respawn infinitely, but just take out a dozen of them and you'll be alright. We were lucky enough to have a shield from the Black Knight, allowing us to take out all of the Dark Boys. I learned here that you can jump up here to actually reach them all with melee combat. Make sure to save at least 1 humanity to be used to take out Mildred. Not exactly difficult, plus we've gained enough from all the NPCs we've killed. Just be aggressive, as there's a lot of enemies. Now for the big boulder boys. Take them out slowly, and probably first, as they're the most difficult enemies. For the slugs, bait and smash. Aggro one at a time, and collect any shards as they could prove useful. I fought Quelaag first, as her souls would allow us to progress much faster with extra health and defense. Her moveset isn't really very difficult, but she can push you into her hitboxes, so stick close to her when she lowers her head, run while blocking to get away safely with minimal risk. I don't think we can take on Ash Lake without some sort of ranged attack right now, so back up we go towards the dragons and the demon. If we don't collect humanity, we're locked out of collecting NPC invader weapons like the butcher knife, so please plan your run accordingly. I slowly finish off every enemy and then head towards the gargoyles. Here the enemies drop quite a lot of goodies like firebombs and weapons and armor and shields. There's a vendor that's difficult to kill as well. The shield knights are easy to parry and these mobs are simple. Bait them into a corridor and slowly whittle them down. For the dancer, strafe and attack the backside with abandon. Lure the boar into fire and go through the area. Face the Black Knight. Should any of these drop a good weapon, the game becomes much easier. But if we're lucky, like me, I take out Sigmar here. He is the most difficult fight I've had so far, and I've never killed him this early, but you know, rules are rules.
How's it hanging?
Head up to the gargoyles and batter them. Stay close to the first one and attack the tail for an easy stagger. And when they fly up, count to 3 and dodge. Their range is deceptive, so when the other one emerges, play keep away until it breathes fire and swing into its butt side to punish. Well, what is it? We head back to the Asylum to take on everything else. It's pretty easy. I said it's pretty easy. Had a bit of trouble with the Black Knights, but with a parry or backstab there's no real trouble. And the boss is a damage sponge compared to his counterpart, but just keep hacking away at his butt and you'll be fine. The demon also drops a Titanite slab, which is amazing for this run. Afterwards, I make the smart decision to head down to the catacombs, killing all the skelly boys in my way. This is great, as I can take care of patches as well. I methodically destroy every summoner and skeleton in my way. This takes a lot of time and patience, let me tell you. Eventually I get to the wheelie boys, but I've been killing them for years. Bait them into a wall, dodge, easy pickings. The boss of the area is already dead while I'm talking about him, so we're gonna move on. But what did he drop? The one difficult fight here is the Tit Demon. Eventually I understand to stick to its left side and focus on keeping up stamina and dodging with perfect timing, countering only when stamina is high enough and a good time. Sometimes you get stuck in his knee and can freely attack. This may become useful in the future. My plan was to kill everything as early as possible, and there's only a few bosses left on this side of Anor Londo. But the big one is the Four Kings, and getting there is no simple task, as the amount of ghosts are incredulous. I run past everything and luckily make it to buy some items to actually attack them. I know it's a rule break, but I can't be asked to run back to get cursed. Sorry. I keep mercilessly slaughtering all of the ghosts, even the ones below on the bridge, triple check that every ghost is dead before realising there are some below. Taking out all of the Dark Knights is awkward. Most of the attacks are easily telegraphed, but for some reason the triple slash just sometimes catches me. The Four Kings are as difficult as they are on most challenges. If you have a decent weapon, it doesn't even matter what you wear. Dodge as close to its butt side as you can avoid some of the swipes and run away and dodge at the last second to avoid the grab, unlike me. I'm doing the good ending, so have a chat with this snake. Time for the gutter. Head to the lower Undead Burg to kill Griggs and get the other ring. Kill all the hollows and bandits before taking on the demon. So I clear out all the enemies on my way and take out the boss. This one is so simple you don't even need a strat. Hit the tail or hit the head and give it a wide berth. Simple. Head for Sen's. Now we've killed everything. Up to this point, it's time for Sen's Fortress. So naturally, the swinging blades, pressure plates, surprise snakes. It's like a theme park. Take it slow, trigger the traps for the enemies, parry the snake dudes, and don't forget to grab the cage key. Killing all of the enemies in Sen's was a bit frustrating because a lot of them are in places that you may need a lot of Estus due to the fall damage. However, the most annoying and frustrating enemies was the sheer amount of tit demons on the bottom floor. Some of them have even more health than the previous ones that I faced, and I had to take it in stages. But eventually, I managed to get them all down. A much bigger pain due to the sludge on the floor. On your way back up, there is a hidden wall for you to find a giant, and I believe this is the last enemy. Time for the Iron Giant. Now, he looks intimidating, but he's basically a drunk robot. Stick to his legs, bait a stomp attack, and then punish. When he slams, dodge backwards. When he's staggered, keep aiming for his leg until he falls off. Or just keep attacking. Easy kill. Now we need to kill a lot of enemies in Anor Londo. Giant statues, which you dodge and then counter from the left side to avoid the shield. Or the painting guardians, you just thrust at them or parry them. Use your shield to block any thrown knives. These enemies drop thrown knives, which is another long range weapon for us to use. And the gargoyles are the same as ever, but they do drop decent weapons or armor. Twist and lower the elevator. Have this as our checkpoint, as in the middle there are so many enemies. We get to the rafters and hop down to get this oddly empty room. Start killing all the Silver Knights as they drop good weapons or shields, and let's take on Sniff will charge you because he's on crack. Dodge and punish this with a follow-up, and then hide behind a pillar and wait for another opening. I then think about killing Smoth is better to get the Leo ring. May as well, as we can't use many rings in this run. Bait the big bugger into a slam and counter. Make sure to have the camera following Ornstein to prepare for a dodge from his charge or light attacks. After Smoth has bit the dust, Super Sniff will be even more easy. Stay close to him, strafe behind, attack. Run away for his signature butt slam. After this, we can take out Amazing Chest Ahead, and which despawns a bunch of annoying enemies. Woohoo, but I already killed them. We have a bunch of NPCs to tackle now, which is actually much easier. We clear out the whole area and backstab this simp to get our second Undead Bones shard. We soon follow this up with Gwendolyn. Pretty easy fight with any weapon. Well done, doggy. Now sadly we need to say night-night to nighty-night-night, but first, boss weapons. No merchants can be used, but we can still use the blacksmiths. Can we make any weapons? No. Sorry. We decided to go through the Duke's archives first, deftly dodging the bull, guarding the entrance, and killing it on the first try. Yep, first try. We went through the whole area, maliciously killing stuff and not being overwhelmed at all, before parrying this dude for an easy kill. But seriously, second time through, killed everything. We Sudoku ourselves against Seath and wake up in jail. Feel like we've been through this before. We escape very conveniently. We think the snake was trying to hand it to me, but unfortunately I couldn't speak snake, so I just killed it. Sorry. We murder our way through the prison, beating these monsters into the jail. They drop some miracles, but you'd need 48 faith for that, so it's pretty pointless. After that we picked up the key. The last enemy in the area comes straight to me onto the archives. A running attack was enough to end the dancers, and a two-handed attack was enough for the melee crystal hollows, and a one-handed was enough for the archers. Good, because you might want to use a shield if you do this. There are two enemies in the area that are difficult to attack, and I am melee only after all. We can use this bow of Faris to aim the daggers at this bozo until he falls off, making him vulnerable. Excellent. Then we pop back around the long way as he keeps peppering me with arrows on the ladder. We jump to him and struggle with the lack of space, but a two-handed R1 was a vertical strike, allowing me to jump back to safety. A bit too precarious for my liking. We allow myself 10 Estus, because this area wasn't too challenging, right? We crumble the crystals and head deeper and deeper. My first time through this place was awful, but it's not so bad when you figure everything out. We take on everything with aggro, as we can't even hope to attack the butterflies. We abuse quit-outs to kill the lizard and head to the clams. If we don't kill them, they'll follow me into the boss area. We have to kill them anyway. We could have Seath do it for us, but they can drop some useful items. So a two-hand sometimes stuns, but if not, the second one will, allowing for a 3-shot. 2 running attacks with this build will also work, and stun any hit enemies. Remember to tilt your camera upwards to connect with its mouth. I'm left with low health and 1 Estus, so we just carry on as Seath was a very easy boss. Seath himself charges slowly, wiggling his tri-tackles at me. We break the crystal and start with R2s as he was stunned. We move around to his back and bait the arena-wide attack and punish. We do get hit and thought to turn him into Bitacular, but we don't want to waste humanity as we need 30 later on in the run. Seath goes down after a bit of greed. Very easy fight. The biggest scare about going this way is the bottom half dragons. How are we going to kill all of them? We'll deal with that later as we walk back and think. We're going to have to kill Discharge ceaselessly the hard way. We donate 30 humanity and with a joyful swing take out the spider. When the door is open, of course, we kick and punch Dr. Robotnik's children down to their deaths to avoid fighting 50 insects. Then we head to kill Discharge ceaselessly. We throw a dagger at him to bait him to attack us. If we stay near his sister's clothes, he will always do a slam attack. This doesn't lock on very well, so pay attention to when the tentacles move downward and stay to one side and dodge to the opposite way and dodge early. You'll get a healthy window of 3 or 4 attacks and then just repeat this process. We did this in about 3 cycles. We could do this all day. We take on the Taurus demons, baiting out an attack and rolling to the left side to avoid damage. Capra comes out for a rematch, and we take it out before going down. We get invaded, but this guy always rolls at you to do 2 damage instead of attacking, so we just interrupt him and kick him, and then we finish him off. Doggy challenges a Capra to a duel using its own weapon. Even though we fat roll, it's still not enough to make these guys scary. For the worm, do 2 charged attacks on the wall side to take it out. They often stagger, they don't fall off, but these guys, this looks like a trap, doesn't it? Well, doggy. You want the treasure, boy? Well, okay, but just don't die. There are 3 attacks: grab, spew, and lunge. All of these are easily dodged. We need to bait out the grab, avoid, and then counter. If they are facing away, just do 2 running R1s to take them out. Hey, you didn't die! Let's clean up the area. We head to the big door to get the shiny head equipment and face the boss. Well, this was just a reskin. It's so Oh, you died, doggy. Oh well, no matter. We head up to the spider lady. And Dr. Robotnik has had a panic attack and explodes with worms. Should have cooked your pork better. We bait them to the elevator, not knowing there's an invisible wall stopping these enemies, so we abuse this to kill them all relatively painlessly. Time to go down and face the worms. We jump across the gap and bait out an attack here. Dodge away and go back to the original position. He walks forward, then we go on the land and just need to pay attention. When he jumps, run away. He may do a fireball attack or just slam down. He will be stuck in the animation for a while, so it's enough time to get a hit or 2 off. We go for the tail, as we can stagger the demon. We will dispatch this tail and remain focused on the centipede. We stay near its legs, so when he jumps, run away and return to punish. Easy fight and hitless, and we might add. Not a particularly difficult fight, but the hitboxes are a bit big, so it can be frustrating. The next part made me genuinely consider not even starting this challenge. But how the hell are we supposed to take on these dragon feet? But if you like feet, consider subscribing for more scaly, horrible feet. Yeah. These enemies are NPCs and do not respawn. Did Lemon have these in his one-shot challenge? Anyway, once you take one out, it doesn't respawn, so getting them all gone was a moderate challenge. If you stick to the middle front, they will often stamp the ground at you, which is often fatal as the hitboxes are insanely big. If you stick to the outside of one foot, it will often jump or stamp, and if you dodge away, you can have the dragon locked into an animation, giving you ample time to perform a charge attack and a two-handed R1. Repeat this process for all of them, and we can move on. We clear out the monsters and have a tough time with the last tit demon. It has a lot of health and defense, so you have to get a little lucky and play perfectly, dodging its attacks and keeping your feet in the right places to avoid attacks and respond with two-handed R1s. After a 2-minute long fight, finally it goes down. My respect, this enemy has killed me more than any other thus far. The NPC enemies are a cakewalk, just rush in and give them no space and they fold like paper. Now the last 3 enemies, it has boss health, but it isn't special in any respect other than lore. But we use our fists for this one, run to the left, roll through the branches and attack, and after that quit out or try to do it all in one life and die very quickly. There wasn't enough time here to heal before another attack. You can hide where the corpse was, but if you get spammed, you're done. We think the best technique is to go right first. On the way back you can block attacks from behind and run towards the slam attack to get the next enemy. However, this has only worked for me one time. We have always died to this boss unless cheesing it. It's better on your own time and sanity to just quit out, especially if you have a run back like mine. run away from the lava plumes. Appearing below the earth, walk slowly towards the middle right side, walk off to the edge of the branch. Jumping or rolling has mixed results. Roll through more branches and defeat it with one punch man. We walk to the Tomb of the Giants, and due to having 2 light emitting objects, it's a cakewalk. Baiting an enemy's attack and rolling to its side or behind gives you a free kill. A running R1 is a one shot for the tall skeletons, however the dog skeletons have only one weakness: diving attacks. After clearing my way around the area, I am left with one enemy up there that I don't know how to get to. As arrows cannot be dropped or made, we cannot find a way to kill this enemy. Now I could farm firebombs and throwing knives, or even restart the game as a mage character to kill this one enemy, but I'm not going to do that. If you could let me know how to kill it, that'd be great. There is a section with 3 skelly dogs, and this sucks hard. They can spam attack you to death very quickly, so an aggressive player will lose most of the time. Bait one to follow you to the stairs and attack it. Thank God that's over. Oh no, oh shit. Ah! Perfectly planned and executed. Paladin Leroy Jenkins has some useful items for the late game one-shot build, but we're not doing that today, at least. We head on through and realise there are infinitely respawning skelly babies. There can only be 6 or 7 at a time, so we just kill them and move on. We decide to bring a divine club with me into the fight and kill all the enemies inside the boss fight before killing the boss. There are 3 little skellies and 3 big skellies. Pretty easy to defeat when you take them out one at a time. The boss actually hit me with its attack and hit his friend too, making this fight a cinch. We bully the god of blight and death until all that remains is ash. We head to the kiln of the first flame to finish killing all enemies in the base game. There are some black knights to test your strength of one who would light the flame. However, we do not intend to do such a thing. We want to be surrounded by creatures that cannot be killed, the immortal serpents. Now before we end this world, ready for it to be remade in my image, we should probably go and destroy the past as well. Change the story a little bit to give even more sorrow to the land. We see a curious black hole and think, what does it feel like? That's what it feels like. Now we're back in the past, and we need to destroy all that remains in the past so that the world can fear its future end. We face the sanctuary garden without any Estus, as my health is so massive. It has been a while, so there is a little learning curve. On the second try we managed to take it out with only taking 1 hit. When we first faced this boss we struggled so much. Now we know to bait out specific attacks and it has become pretty easy. We head over to find Elizabeth mushrooms next to a mushroom corpse. Now this is a direct result of me killing Dusk in the future, so it counts as my kill. That's how Lemon sees it, so we'll take these for myself. We head across the area, killing as we go, struggling to remember the enemy patterns. After all, we would normally run past everything. The gardeners attack very fast, so best to dodge to one side and counter, but they stagger quite easily. They also have a nasty habit of dodging, which made this fight more annoying than it should have. Hey, that's my thing. The big guys can take a while due to high defense, but timing the dodge and smacking its behind is a good tactic. We meet Cal, the meat, and Doggy wants to eat it. I finish clearing up the area. Using about 12 Estus, I head down to meet the greatest hero of all, Artorias. He seems a bit under the weather, but I honour him by not using any Estus during the fight. The flippy ring makes the timing a bit easier, but all in all, a good fight. One HP and a dream. Let's go. Always a fun fight when you have restrictions. I should kill the dogs and the NPC, but I want to show the last invasion of the game. Sideshow Bob. He breakdances around, but backstabbing him, followed by an R2 with good timing, could normally take him down. He can do the infinite breakdowns, so be careful. After I head back to finish the area, taking out the dogs and the lizard. I go through the next area with little in the way of challenge. Following this run through can mitigate the annoyance of angled attacks and allow an easier time through it, or even avoid enemies altogether. Area cleared. Let's go to the elevator. This area is known to be a little BS. I bait the first two enemies, run behind this pillar to take out the final bloathead, then wait for an attack. From the sorceress, do a running R1 to... okay, cut. I bait the first two, run behind the pillar, then bait an attack, then do a running R1, then wait for the black Kamehameha. Dodge and finish. A new challenger. This enemy is awesome. Long charge attacks that are easy to punish, but most of the moveset is great circling attacks to keep you away, and smash attacks to stop you blocking. A great fight on a first time playthrough. I head to Jeff. Probably my favourite character. He has the best blind arrow shot. Then I have to say goodbye. He can't be that tough, but sticking to his right side and dodge and counter is the best strat. He can do a ranged attack like many other giants, but not for me today. Now, for meat, no, CallMeKevin. I trained myself against him for a bit while going for the tail. CallMeKevin has one easy attack to reach the tail on hind legs, breathing dark flame. The dragon can easily be countered with a running R1 against the tail, making obtaining this sword pretty simple, but not exactly easy. After a while I decide to take on CallMeKevin without any Estus. It's a long fight with no RTSR, no plus 15 Great Club, no resin. It can take a while, but finally I'm only 2 hits away from victory, and I've only taken 1 hit. Oops. Well, that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Don't choke. That was a fun fight. Honestly, playing the game without healing is pretty fun. I'd recommend it. Might even make more fun than SL1. On to the last area and the last boss of the DLC, the dungeon. Clear out the area pretty easily and free the best boy. Sorry about killing a future you. Killing these humanity sprites can give us unlimited humanities, should we need healing in the future. Taking out Manus will be a challenge. I haven't fought him in a while, and I can't use the pendant. My reaction times seem a little off. I hope they come back to me. They didn't. Okay, let's be more aggressive. Overhead slam, pause, dodge. Counter twice if you're close. Side swing, dodge, and wait. He will jump away most of the time. 1, 3 or 4 combo. Does low damage. Good for trading blows. Dodge 1, counter, hit by the second, dodge the third, and counter. Dodge the last one. Then heal. For the wombo combo, half a pause and a dodge to avoid the first hit. Then spam dodge like it's Dark Souls 3. If you're far enough away, just dodge. When slamming his staff to the ground, run towards him. If it's raining dark orbs, continue running around. If it's a circle, closing in, charge attack. When the staff looks like it's pointing at you, dodge to the side to avoid the shotgun. That's it. My winning attempt, I used 4 Estus, which means 4 mistakes, so I'm quite happy with that. I fumble about, jump attacking, the end dusk. That's it. There are no more enemies, right? Okay, we'll do the Sanctuary Guardians, Jekyll and Heckle. They have one weakness, range. Their attacks are easy to dodge, but if you do get hit by any lightning attacks, you're just dead. Rush 1 and dodge, keeping your camera focused on both of them. When one is using a water move, counter it, or a flying move, counter that too. Take out the tails for a stagger. Quick note, their projectiles go through each other, so nowhere is safe. Dodge when you hear them attack from range, and if you need to heal, use the cave to be safe. Yes, safety. I go to finish the game and realise I forgot the doll. I head over and one-shot everything. I try to avoid multiple enemies at the same time. I have to pick up this proud soul to entice the harpy to fly over, but I drop it straight after. If you hit these toxic bulbous hollows at the edge of your hitbox, you won't get toxic. I unfortunately do, and end up using humanities for a while, as I have so much. I continue killing my way, though, and figure if I'm toxic, I should probably kill all the enemies, so if they give me this status effect, I don't have to waste any more humanities. I head to the sewer and bait each of the bone wheels one at a time. Dodge as they roll towards you. Yeah, that's that simple. The tunnels are a bit trickier and can sometimes have an element of luck. You bait this dude and hide around this corner. Easy. Then bait this guy who runs straight past me, then disappears. Okay, that's never happened before. As the whole strat is that I know where they are and bait them into the open. Oh well, won't be a problem, right? There is one by the stairs, so just running, attack it. Dodges and counters. I'm dead. He just got stuck, so the animation was lessened, and I avoid some damage, using the dodge iframes. Lucky me. Anyway, this area is finished up. Now bait this dude into the open and bam! Finished relatively painlessly. I continue to take on every enemy, even the gank squad before the boss. I forgot the key and have to go back down, but there's nothing to bother me anymore. These hollows can do crazy damage with a jumping attack frenzy combo, so just bait them and dodge. When Mr. Sackhead arrives, just run behind him and backstab him for an anticlimactic fight with a very cool enemy. Now it's just Priscilla. I can't bring myself to... Oh, she disappeared. Where'd she go? She's pretty simple, just running on one her to death and dodge toward the snow. If you use your fists, you can stagger her before killing her. Okay, finally, end of the game time. Gwyn falls to parries, but he did get me once, so I will bow to him in respect. And that's it, Dark Souls, with only items dropped from enemies. I managed to kill every hostile enemy in the game, but not every enemy. The Moonlight butterflies in the Crystal Cave cannot be meleeed, and some crystal lizards I missed in the Crystal Cave. I can't find the path there, and also no one cares about them. There was one enemy in the Tomb of the Giants that I couldn't find. If someone in the comments can help, that would be great. There was also the Fire Drake, who flew away when I ran past him and never came back. If you could please share, comment, like this video to help me grow my channel, I'd really appreciate it. Be good to yourselves and to others, and I'll see you in Lordran again soon.